Favorite movie, huh? Wow. My favorite movie is not the best movie ever made. I'll tell you that right now. There are plenty of better movies. But ever since I saw it, it has held such a special place in my heart. When I was about 14, my brother and I watched it 10 nights in a row, and let me tell you, we just about had it memorized by the end of that time. So the movie is The Princess Bride. There are so many great lines from that movie, so I'm just going to read you a few of them. So, one of my favorite characters is Vicini, and my favorite line of his is, "You fool, you fell prey to one of the classic blunders, the most famous of which is never get involved in the land war in Asia. But only slightly less well known is this. Never go in against a Sicilian when death is on the line." And if you've seen the movie, you know that he cracks up laughing and then keels over dead. The next line is probably one that anyone who's ever heard of the movie knows, and that is, "Hello, my name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die." Another favorite character is Miracle Max, the miracle worker. And when Inigo and Bezic bring Wesley in, they think he's dead, but they're hoping for a miracle. So Miracle Max is looking at Wesley on the table and he says, "Turns out your friend here is only mostly dead. See, mostly dead is still slightly alive." Here's another real famous little exchange between Vicini and Inigo. So Vicini says, for about the millionth time, "Inconceivable." And Inigo says, "You keep on using that word. I do not think it means what you think it means." After Wesley is reinvigorated, Buttercup says to him, "But you were dead." And Wesley says, "Death cannot stop true love. All it can do is delay it for a while." Another favorite of mine is when Wesley and Buttercup are in the fire swamp, and Buttercup says, "But Wesley, what about the ROUSs?" And Wesley says, "Rodents of unusual size? I don't think they exist." And of course, he is immediately pounced upon by a rodent of unusual size, which he eventually successfully fights off. Another line from Miracle Max, when his visitors bring up the fact that he was fired, he says, "Thank you so much for bringing up such a painful subject. While you're at it, why don't you give me a nice paper cut and pour some lemon juice in it?" Here's one that Prince Humperdinck says to Count Rugen when the Count invites him to come to the Pit of Despair and watch some torture. He says, "Tyrone, you know how much I love watching you work. But I've got my country's 500th anniversary to plan, my wedding to arrange, my wife to murder, and Gilder to frame for it. I'm swamped." Let's see. Oh, here's one from the beginning of the movie when Buttercup discovers a very important fact about herself. This is the grandfather reading the story to the little boy. "That day, she was amazed to discover that when he was saying, 'As you wish,' what he meant was, 'I love you.' And even more amazing was the day she realized she truly loved him back." Okay, here's my last little exchange, but it's one of my very favorites. It's when Inigo and Bezic are doing their little rhyming game. So, I'll start with Inigo. Here's Bezic. "That Vizzini, he can fuss. Fuss, fuss. I think you like to scream at us. Probably he means no harm. He's really very short on charm. You have a great gift for rhyme. Yes, yes, some of the time." Anyway, if you haven't had the chance to see the movie The Princess Bride, I hope you do, and I hope you enjoy it.